Hello, what is fluid graphite and how to use it? This is what we are gonna see in this video. My name is Luigi, also known on social media as illustrazionidilut, and I love drawing, painting and everything related to art supplies. Many of you asked me to talk about this Kuretake fluid graphite that I bought in my recent trip to Japan, and that's why in this video together we're gonna test this strange high viscosity material. But first of all, let's answer the question, what is graphite? Graphite is a form of carbon such as diamond, charcoal, coal. But even if the elemental symbol is the same, the properties and shapes amongst these all vary due to the differences in underlying crystal structures. This 60 grams bottle of fluid graphite is a high viscosity ink that combines graphite with synthetic resin. Can be easily diluted and used as a thinner paint, or can be applied in its original form to create a texture, three-dimensional expression. Since it is in a form of a paste rather than a powder, it is easy to mix with other art mediums. Pay attention that this is not water resistant, highly resistant to fading from light exposure and alcohol resistant, but not water resistant. Indeed, any part of the fluid graphite which is not affixed to the paper remains water soluble even after it is initially dried. In this video I'm gonna use a Da Vinci Casaneo brush, which is not my favorite at all. Indeed, when I use mediums other than watercolor, I try to use brushes I don't like that much, particularly for ink or this graphite ink, that I'm not sure if and how much aggressive can be with respect to the brush. The sketchbook I'm using is a Rhodia sketchbook for lavi techniques, which basically means ink washes. Therefore, it's a very smooth white paper. Since it is perfect for mixed media, it's capable to handle a lot of water, but on the other side is not a watercolor paper. That means it can't handle multiple layers, and you will see that in a minute. To start testing this fluid graphite, I need to dilute it with quite a good amount of water, because it comes out of the bottle quite thick, and adding more and more water I can dilute it to obtain a much less saturated graphite tone, just as you would do with watercolor. Wet on wet techniques works as well, and that's how actually in my opinion you obtain the most beautiful effects. And since it is in a form of paste rather than a powder, it is easy to mix with other art mediums. That's why I'm testing now to mix it with a blue watercolor. The color coming out is in my opinion a beautiful pinks gray bluish, but for the painting today I'm gonna use it as it come out from the bottle. Lifting is also possible, and even trying with colored pencil marks on top or other graphite pencil, it works pretty well. And you will see here how I can easily mix the classical graphite pencil with this fluid graphite. Then they mention on the bottle, polishing the surface painted with high viscosity ink gives a metallic luster. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, this paper is not suitable for multiple layer and I rip it off in a first try, but in the second one I managed to obtain this slightly metallic effect. So, creative people, I'm gonna choose a particular subject today for this painting. It's me, Luigi! Yes, instead of using always the same usual portrait from Pinterest, I'm gonna use my picture. For the basic sketch, I'm gonna use this orange colored pencil, the same I use in this drawing here. That is the only one I've done so far with this fluid graphite. I've just recently started to do self-portraits. I think is a good way to get to know myself more and also have a kind of history of my face. Like how I'm getting older, how I'm changing from time to time, depending on my mood also. On this specific day, I had a slightly strong headache, and that's I actually can see in my eyes. With the same soft graphite pencil, it's a 6B, I'm gonna trace the main lines of the drawing. I already know indeed that this is gonna mix well with fluid graphite, so I don't care if these marks are visible. After a few iterations, I'm happy of the basic sketch. It looks kinda similar to me. The likeness is not perfect as always, but who cares in the end? And at this point we are actually ready to start painting with fluid graphite. For this painting I want to use expressive brush strokes, particularly in the ear areas on top of the head. You will see that in a moment. I check first the tonal value I can reach You really need a teeny tiny amount of fluid graphite actually to immediately contaminate the water and obtain a gray tone. Therefore, I guess this 60-gram fluid graphite bottle can last you for a very long time. By the way, I bought it in Sekaido, I guess, and I paid for it 5 to 6 euros. The equivalent in yen, of course. I checked some time ago on a European website and you can actually find it for triple the price minimum, but it's still worth it, I guess. Something I immediately noticed of this medium is that since it can be reactivated with water, it allows you quite a long time to blend it. Therefore, it's kinda easier than watercolor to use. I'm doing everything wet on dry. As you can see, you can maybe feel it a little bit more like gouache if you know. On the other side, if you want to mention a drawback I found is that just like gouache actually, it can change a lot between the wet and the dry phase. Particularly if you want to make a very dark layer, you're gonna see that when it dries, it gets much lighter. So since I didn't know this medium, this brought me to have multiple layers which were maybe not even necessary. And I feel like personally, when I'm using too many layers when I'm painting, I lose the freshness. Anyway, since it can be mixed with other art mediums easily, you can reach that deepest dark with other techniques such as ink. So you will see me actually going back and back on the darkest area such as my chin, the jaw, the pupils, the eyebrows. And as the paper is not suitable for multiple layers as I mentioned before, it gets stressed out quite a lot. By the way, if you missed my ultimate guide to Japan art stores, you should definitely check it out. I posted 2 videos about it and I travel from Osaka to Tokyo visiting many art stores as much as possible. I got some art supplies I haven't had the time yet to try, so tell me in the comments below if there is a specific Japanese art supplies you want to see in the next video. Now it's time for the funniest part of this painting. I'm gonna grab a good dose of this fluid graphite and splash it on the hair, all around my head, making kind of a mess with water and drops and impulsive brush strokes. At least this is what I imagine in my mind, but it came out a bit muddy. The viscosity of this medium is kind of blocking your brush strokes to be impulsive that way, but as always I think you need to get the hang of it. Every new medium is kind of a new surprise and needs to be a bit studied by multiple runs, tries and errors to be mastered at, of course. So I really wanted to take advantages of this nice texture you get by dropping water inside this medium, kind of a granulation in itself. But I'm not sure if it came out as I imagined. It's time to reach the darkest darks, so I'm adding a very thick layer of this fluid graphite from Kuretake on top of my hairs, which will eventually dry up much lighter as I told you before. At this point my face skin was kind of flat, so I'm trying to add in more texture on top with more layers in order to cope with this unbalanced situation. I feel like next I would like to test this medium with a mix of watercolors. I guess compared to other medium it would suit well to the softness of a watercolor painting by adding an extra layer of texture on top, but not taking away the focal point of the painting from the attention of the viewer. I will keep coming back more and more on this mouth and my beard and my hair, basically the darkest part of the painting. They are gonna be much lighter when they dry, and that's why I eventually decided to use another medium. In this case I used black ink to reach these darkest darks as I imagined them. I'm grabbing my black ink from Ferris Wheel Press now for these details. I am ambassador of this Canadian ink brand. That's why you can get a 15% off on their website by using my code YALUT. I think it's also linked in the description below somewhere. And I switched to a Borciani Bonazzi brush, which has a thinner tip. I guess in this case also a fine liner would be a nice option, but I was afraid to get a much higher stiffness on my lines in this way. By switching to another medium, I had actually forgotten that this one is not easy to remove as much as fluid graphite, and should have been much more intentional. Finishing the last details with a graphite soft pencil and a little bit of highlights with acrylic marker, and it's time to enjoy the final results. For those who know me, let me know what you think of these self-portraits in the comments. Okay, I had to admit it, I'm not happy with this painting. But anyway, I feel like this medium have high potential. If you missed my Japan art store video, I'm gonna link it here so you can watch it next. But for now, I thank for your time and I see you in the next one. Bye!